Are we back? Are we back? All right, good to go, good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, how we doing? Previously on Kimba TV. Hitman says it didn't touch 618. Maybe you should get on tap bit. Quit playing with me, y'all. Juice is the juice. Easy. Pixel. 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 Easy. Pixel. Quit playing with me. Easy money, Bugatti money. How we doing? You see how I front ran mine? You see how I front ran? What's the 618 and what's my entry? Front run. If it's not gonna make a lower low, I wanna see a lower low. But if it's not gonna make a lower low, then it's probably gonna be like some sort of trident to really bait. So this is one of those where you don't need to take the first wick, most likely. Hey Blaze says, did you have blind limits down there? Well, considering a bunch of fucking lions are in a long from down there, I think everybody kind of had different ways of doing it. Did you hear the TA and explanation for the long? So think about that. Those were ass, got cleaned, regular CVD bull div. Easy. Easy. So far, so good. I don't want to keep watching this, but it's all there for you guys. We talk about it. Shout outs to people that took the 60,700 long. Watch all of this. So it cleaned all of those lows. Eventually, it cleaned all of those lows. Those were ass. 60,007 was the pivot. It cleaned it. While it cleaned it, it made a CVD so that you can hear me go, I don't know if enough longs are here. You absorbed the selling. Let's go. Any questions so far? Bizarinos is waiting for the PD value area high reaction. Yes. Everybody Gucci? Everybody Gucci? Latucci, motherfucker, the math is the math. 55 hundo. Let's put that back on. So make sure you get caught up on the highlights. Make sure you get caught up on the late night TA so you can see how it changed overnight. Stop the music, stop the music, stop the music, stop the music. Fadila says, are you still in short, bro? Exclamation rewind. I also want you to watch yesterday's stream, okay, towards the end while I'm sleeping, right before I go to sleep, excuse me, and take a look at what happened while I was sleeping. Fadila, I am in a long from 60,700. You want to see it? Guess how big it is. Uh-oh. This is another reminder, Fadila, that you have to be able to look at what's happening. And even if you can't understand what's happening, we still talk about it. Alrighty, so think about how last night before I went to bed, I said, hey, those are all ass. So if you want to, Gucci Romo was the guy I think I was talking to, and he was like, I'm a perma bull. So I go, okay, well, there's a couple of scenarios where you could look to long, and the sweeping of those bad lows was one. And we've talked pretty long about how I like to see smaller time frame CVD regular bull divs. So if you've been able to kind of follow along, you sweep lows and you make a CVD regular, I'm probably going to take that. And then not only that, but you also have a full rotation play, right? Sounds good? So if you're asking questions like that, you've got a little bit more to go. Make sure you get caught up, okay? Everything that I do, everything that I'm going to do, even stuff like, oh shit, this could be a long, it's all talked about. exclamation rewind, exclamation YouTube, and the YouTube highlights come out before I go to sleep. So exclamation rewind is always going to be a little thang for you. All right, Fadila, exclamation rewind, exclamation YouTube. How the fuck are we getting Pico top shorts and Pico bottom longs, man? We schwiggity, man. Come on. Juicy fruit. Gotta get nasty, ho. Gotta get nasty, ho. Gotta get nasty, ho. Let's go. Yeah. Juicy. 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 Oh, let's go. How the fuck are we doing it? It's gotta be testnet. This time, it's not good enough to be caught up on the highlights. You needed to actually rewind and get caught up on the midnight TA. Let's go. Talk to me, Lions. The full rotation is here, ho. Oh, snap, dizzle, for shizzle, banana, fana, fo, fizzle. Quit playing with me. Quit playing with me. Hey, are we juicing? Go. Let's go. Talk to me. Schwiggity. Ain't no thang. Ain't no thang. Talk to me. Let's go. Juicy juice. Juicy juice, ho. Oh, snap, dizzle for shizzle, baby. Hitman says, I wasn't, but I got the previous day value area low. Hey, let's go. That's another great trade. Go up to PDEQ, come back, bullet retest, go. Or any of these is really good too. Full rotation play. Talk to me, Lions. How we doing? Look at that shit. We got Pico top short, Pico top bottom. Can we get Pico top short again? Talk to me. Nazarildo says 60,606. Okay, your entry is better than mine. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, when you wake up, you can always type exclamation rewind, but there is not a single thing that we don't talk about. What y'all think about that? So if you missed it, make sure you watch the VOD because it's not going to be in the YouTube highlight. Alrighty. Sammy says, did we talk already about the next short attempt? Theoretically, yes, Sammy. So what do I say every day, at least 10 times a day, Sammy? Make sure that you have levels to the upside. Make sure you have levels to the downside. All right. Volume, TPO, imbalances. Where are the single prints? Where are the bad highs? Where are the bad lows? So theoretically, yeah, Sammy. And if you don't have those levels identified, then you need to work on identifying levels first before you even get into positions. Alrighty, so let me know what your levels of interest are, but I think we're all looking at the same exact thing. Ladies and gentlemen, Lihu, what's going on? Rick Zin, what's going on? Pally, what's going on? Fairco says Pixel, perfect. Yes, sir. Kazi says you are cheating. Doesn't it seem like it? I got wall hacks on, baby. Vanquisher in the house. We got Prox1. We got Kazi in the house. Exo in the house. Sammy, Revs QQ, Rick Zin. Any questions? Any questions, ladies and gentlemen? So there's going to be a couple of things. One is if you don't know like how I have that level or why 61,375 on CME or why 60,700 on derivatives was important. Maybe identifying levels is something that you want to improve upon a little bit more. If you couldn't see the CVD regular bull div, maybe that's something that you want to nerd out on a little bit more. Yeah, but every trade, every move is an opportunity for you to get better. Most of the time, you're just going to figure out, oh shit, I didn't know about this. Or, oh shit, I didn't know about that. And that's the real juice. So any questions, ladies and gentlemen? FIFA says stop using aimbot. Shit, I mean, but here's the thing. You guys have access to my aimbot too. Yeah, I've just noticed that the CVD divergences that show up on volume-based candles, like 90% of them do what they're supposed to do. But you know, if you see it on the time-based, it's like 30%. So it doesn't matter if it's the time frame that I'm using to identify a swing fail. It doesn't matter if it's the time frame that I'm using to identify an RSI div. It doesn't matter if it's volume-based candles that I'm looking at for CVD divergence. It doesn't matter what it is that I'm using. I'm using it because historically I know that it's reliable. Right? Every time when you guys are like, hey, Kimba, I see a 15-minute bull div, I'm going to take it. The first thing that I ask you is, okay, so the last 10, 15-minute bull divs, they've been working, right? Just so you know that you can rely on them. So exclamation rewind. This is maybe a little bit of like a slightly shorter or shittier version of the explanation, J-skis, but the reason why I prioritize volume and value is because it's one of the staples and fundamentals of trading. Value range, okay? Value area high, value area low, okay? Whether you've heard me talk about retail arena or bing bong ding dong, okay? Price is supposed to do this. That's what it's supposed to do. Okay, in essence, that's what it's supposed to do. So a deviation there, that's a nice short. Deviation below, that's a nice long. Okay, you start with this basic concept. Okay, now you start to implement things like, okay, well, how do we figure out if it's actually bullish or not? Well, that's why the bullish retest, that's a good long. That's a good short. Okay? So market structure 101, exactly. So J-ski, value area high, value area low. Okay? So that's when you start to talk about things like, when it's breaking out, it better have good volume. Okay, so that's when you start to learn about volume and what to look for if this is actually bullish. Okay, there might be something like this going on, and that would be called what? A divergence, right? So that's a divergence edge. You know, you might have a higher high, but it might actually be bearish. All right, you might have volume edge. Okay, if it's going like this and it's just squeezing shorts, okay, and the open interest is going down, what does that mean? Is that actually bullish? No, right? So that's an edge in terms of open interest. So you're gonna have to look at the data and combine all of those things. But at the basic fundamental level, it's all about, do you turn this bitch into support? Okay, because for whatever reason you lose it, well, then we're gonna bing bong ding dong back here. Okay, that is the fundamental basis of market structure, because basically all it does is it bing, 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 and it'll break and then go to the next level, bing, 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 and then it'll lose, back test, go back, bing, 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 bing. Okay, maybe it breaks out, goes to the next, bing, 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 bing. It's all about the bing, 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 bings. It's all about value area high and the range and where the price is. And when it breaks out, when it leaves that zone, then it's going to the next one. So that's how you know, hey, fuck, maybe I should short, maybe I should long. All right, J-ski. So all I did was I was watching this, okay? I'm watching this. Okay, is it gonna turn into support? Okay, let's see. It just lost it. That's why my entry is a lot closer to 62,000 than this, because I'm not gonna blindly short this bitch. I'm watching this. I'm watching this. This should have been going the opposite way. You don't want that when you're breaking out. You want volume to be going like that. And it's one of those things, J-Skis, I don't want you to take my word for it. This time, you got to see a breakout with descending volume. I'm sure at some point you're going to see a breakout and the volume is going to look a lot different. It'll sustain. Because people are going to be longing the bullish retest. And you're going to be like, oh, that makes sense. Now I get it. Sometimes it's going to just come down to how many times have you seen a breakout of a value area high and been able to look at the data to be able to put it together like a pattern in your own subconscious, brother. Sounds good, J-Ski? So sometimes it's not like this checklist where you're like, okay, let me see here. We got this CVD, oh, I like it. It's not going to be like that sometimes. It tried to break out of value and it couldn't fucking even turn that bitch into support. Bye-bye. Any questions? In 20 minutes, markets are going to close. I'm going to start the outro and kind of wrap it up. It doesn't mean that the stream is ending. I'm going to just hit the gym. I got to go pick up dry cleaning. I got the massage. I got dinner. So in between those things, I'll be poking my head in and out. The levels to the downside, 61.2 zone, right? Below that, you got CME gap. You have Fibonacci. You've got a whole bunch of things that you guys already know how to do. That's all I got. Shayu says, when it comes to volume value ranges, when it approaches a certain level, what allows you to determine that it is, for example, a bounce from point of control and not from value area low? Sure, that's a good question. You're going to basically have to look for overlapping confluence, Shayu. If that point of control has a single print and it lines up with S&P confluence and it's golden pocket or the 7.5 and the other Fibonacci or the other level isn't, then I think the one that has more confluence is going to be stronger because the people that are going to be playing all of those edges are going to jump in. So whether it's point of control, like is it going to be point of control or value area low, you have to do your best. That's when the whole, if you want me to tell you if you think if 61.2 is a good long, I don't think it is. But you're going to have to see if people are getting squeezed. So for example, if you get to 61.2 and a whole bunch of longs got squeezed, that means that it's not necessarily bearish. So it might help you to take a long. If that value area low had more confluence, or that point of control had more confluence, I think it would be better, but it's up to you. The other thing too, Shayu, is if you're gonna be longing 61.2, if you're gonna be longing point of control, more than likely you already have a long and it's more of an add. So that's it. And I don't, your stop loss on the POC long would be the value area low. Yeah. Yeah. But I don't think, I don't want to say anything and make you not take the long if that's what you've been planning to do the whole fucking day, brother. And my sort of personal opinion should not overtake your hours of hard work and analysis, because at the end of the day, if your risk management is on point and if you are waiting for enough edge, you should be able to put your stop loss break even tiny profit. So even if you're wrong, it's not that big of a deal. It's a free roll. When I had this like this, I had this at 62.1 as well, like that. I had it like that. So they were both 62.1, but at the end of the day, when both of them add up and the Kraken as well, they were all break even. So yes, no matter what, I'm still sticking to the book, Jeremy. Now, based off of the exchange and how different each entry is, right? Some specifically might take a little bit of an L, some might take tiny profit, and some might be literally break even. But when everything is combined, it's still pretty much break even, brother. It's a free roll. Sounds good. Somebody asked me, what was the pivotal point in which when you started to actually become profitable? It was when I started to think about managing risk than trying to make money. I became a defender more so than an offensive attacker. So I I'm always thinking of it as it's a free roll. And guess what? Like, I didn't get stopped out again. Sometimes I'm going to get round tripped. Sometimes I get away with it, brother. And we all saw the Fibonacci extension. I mean, the retracement, right? So, yeah. That being said, let's watch the 61.2 level. How long have we been talking about 61.2, by the way? How many times did I say nobody's going to freak out on me if it goes down to 61.2, right? Everybody good? All right. Longers, I'm rooting for you. Shorters, I'm rooting for you. Bulls, Bears, we're all Lions. I'll be back in a couple hours. I'll check in with you guys in a little bit, but I'll see you guys bright and early tomorrow. PCE tomorrow, y'all. An hour before U.S. market opens. Sounds good? All right. I'll see you guys in a couple hours. Stay safe. I'll probably try to maybe poke my head in for like 15 minutes during Macaulay. Maybe like I'm back home taking a shower before dinner or something. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Stay safe. Bugatti money.